All right, Mookie. My co-host today is Mookie because Adrian is on vacation. And we have two very special guests, maybe three. We'll let you know in a moment. But we have Bertwurst and Horse Facts joining us in just a moment. And Mookie, are you excited about this or what? He looks thrilled. He looks thrilled. All right, come back with us after this 40-second intro. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Monday, December 29th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and Mookie for a bonus episode, very special episode. We are going to be chatting with Horse Facts and Bertwurst. Uncle Horse is in the house, so let me bring Uncle Horse up first, and we may have a big reveal. So we're going to bring Bert. We're going to bring Bert up, but Assistant One has decided to join. So here we go. Bertwurst and Assistant One. This is so exciting. This is like a last-minute decision to go on screen, on cam. So very exciting. Hello, Bertwurst. Hello, Bert. Mookie says hi. Mookie's very excited to see you. And hello, Assistant One and Uncle Horse. This is so exciting. I'm doing all the notifications at once, and this is really hard. I really miss Adrian right now.
Yeah, I've been there.
Because I'm not used to having to do them all. I need an assistant. I need an Assistant One.
Assistant Two.
Assistant One, Assistant Two, Assistant Three. So I'm so excited to have you both here today. I got to give Mookie a treat because he's been good. And this is all the reason he's sitting here is because of the treats. The treats up here. There we go. Treats for the puppies. Very excited. So I don't even know where to dive in here. So Bert, let's start at the beginning. For those who are new, I don't even know how you found this if you're new. But let's pretend you're new for a moment. If you don't know, Bertwurst is like the king of Farcaster, has like risen to be the king. When we had a leaderboard, we do have a new leaderboard, the quotient leaderboard, which you're also crushing. But when we had the regular one, every single week you were in that top 3. It was incredible to see that run. So what has your first year on Farcaster been like, Bert and Assistant One?
Fun. I mean, it's crazy to think that I've been here under a year.
Yeah.
Because Bert hasn't been alive pretty much for that long.
I know. It's wild. It like feels like you've been here forever. It really does.
But yeah, Uncle Horse back in the day would tell me about this mystical place that he
worked for.
And I definitely did not understand it at all. I know nothing about crypto. I still know nothing about crypto.
I don't think that's true, but
yeah, that's not true. You know more than you realize.
Yeah. And I made an account without even actually telling him.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's funny.
Point, he was like, wait, what? You're on here?
That's so funny.
And then I took it over and went from there. But that's where Mumups came from.
Oh, like Mumups, right. It was Mumups. That's right. I forgot it was Mumups.
Yeah. And then we fully transitioned it to Bert.
Transition to the puppy. I forgot Mumups. I totally forgot. That's where it started. And the first post, I think, was actually before you were even on, or maybe I think Horse Facts had posted about you getting a new puppy.
I shared a puppy photo.
Yeah.
In the Olipo channel, the Oli posting channel, very, very early. Yeah, and I don't think nobody caught on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And I will say
Adrian
Bert
caught
did
on.
it. Bert did it himself. Adrian caught it. Yeah. I think very
Yeah,
few people
Adrian
did,
caught
but
it. Yeah, because
Bert
she
really
said
did it.
when Bert started posting, I was like, "Who is it?" I remember Linda talking about getting a new dog. Maybe it's Linda. And and she's like, "No, do you remember when Horse Facts posted about his sister?" And I'm like, "No, but now that you say that."
Yeah. I do think a lot of people think it is Horse Facts, but it's not.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
There's an
I didn't
assistant
even
behind
think
the dog.
He's too busy for that.
Yeah.
that's
But yeah,
funny.
I'm very proud of my nephew Bert because he really did it himself. I was very
did it
hands off with this account. I noticed you snuck onto the network at some point and started posting, and
Yeah.
a couple of weeks later, before I knew it, you were at the top of the leaderboard. But
At the
At
top of the
some point, I
leaderboard.
told him not to interact so that Bert didn't get any
yeah, I wanted to stay
nepotism.
Didn't want
stay hands off.
special.
No nepotism
You didn't want to
allegations.
be
No
a Nepo
Nepo.
baby?
No Nepo
Is that
birdies.
it?
Yeah.
No
So exactly.
Nepo puppies. No Nepo puppies, Mookie. Sorry. No
And then
Nepo.
it was
Exactly.
only at the point where I thought it would be like problematic for him to not disclose it that we revealed that to Bert and to the world.
And to the world, yes, the Uncle Horse. And it was with a horse picture, which was fantastic. Like, wait, Uncle Horse is a horse.
No way.
I remember that one. I just realized I didn't tweet out that we were live now as well. So I'm tweeting that out. Too many notifications. There's so many places. I'm so glad Bert is here. He's doing fantastic. So Horse Facts, one of the questions I have for you as well is sort of and Bert, you can answer this as well, Bert, an assistant one. What over this past year, like what have been the things that have stood out for you on Farcaster that have been like things?
Gosh, time kind of compresses, right? I was just thinking about this the other week, like how much actually has happened in a year. But if I think back, I think several things that stand out to me. If I choose three, one would be simply shipping mini apps, right? Like that was this year, moving from frames to
no, that was 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
It feels like 10 years ago, but yeah, most of that effort, building the embedded wallet, connecting wallets, building a whole, kind of building out that entire mini app ecosystem has happened this year. I mean, we had frames giving late last year, right? Which is kind of when we kicked it all off and like we're starting to build that ecosystem. But I think most of the growth and development of that has all been this year. So that's been something really, really excited about and
when
proud
did the
of
wallet,
accomplishing this year.
The embedded wallet launch? Like when did the
wallet
launch?
I think went live early this year, like first quarter of this year. Yeah. So that has all been this year too. So yeah, on the app side, certainly those two things. The Warplets moment this year was big. I was very excited about that. I think that's, when I look back, that's one of the highlights of the year for me. Like anytime something takes off virally like that and kind of expands beyond the network and takes over the network, that's really exciting. And the entire history of that, right, like was really built over the course of this year, from Dan's original little Warplet creatures to
it took a while.
Kind of a mascot of the network. Yeah.
It really took a while. Like it was around for a while there. And then it finally had this like takeoff moment. Like the little creature was around. We started using him for Warpy like right after Dan said this is CCO.
Yeah.
And we're not going to use it. So this is really funny. My son has just came out into the kitchen and sees us sitting here and he's like, what? He's got this face like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Mookie's co-hosting today. I told you he's co-hosting. He's doing a great job. So that, and it's so funny to think about that because it was like a slow roll. To say Angel, really taking it off, making it take off. And then Petlets, and then the pets came.
Petlets, of course. Yeah. I love seeing, anytime we have something that's kind of composable, right, like that, right? And then you see variations and remixes and see it emerge into the culture like that. Yeah.
Both Bert and Uncle Horse were in Say Angel's DM, trying to convince him to do
more. Yeah.
Do more.
Yeah, but gosh, there's so much more too. I mean, Dev Connect was awesome. Like seeing people from our community in Argentina and all the people who came and volunteered at that booth, and like, seeing the culmination of lots of real world impact of Ethereum and what we're building with Farcaster. That was amazing. Clanker was a highlight of the year for me too. Like there was a lot of work actually behind the scenes on getting that done and making that,
and Clanker itself is only a little over a year old to begin with. Like, I think that we forget that part as well. And as I've seen, like some of my Clankers that I did very early on, kind of coming up to how long, I'm like, oh my God, it hasn't even been 365 days yet.
Exactly.
Like, what? It doesn't even seem possible. So
yeah, it does feel like a time warp sometimes with the the pace at which things happen in this ecosystem. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. By the way, the chat is very confused. It's so funny. Wait a minute, what is happening?
What's happening?
I'm very confused. And yeah, Mookie, you got a GM.
But there's also some clarity people have.
Yeah, now they're all
the family tree.
Yeah, now everyone gets it. I think they get it. Yeah, they look at the cute fur babies. Yes. Oh, Brad Q is in the house. My day, my week,
right,
my year is made. Yep. Now everyone knows the dog votes for himself. He does. He does. He's quite good on the keyboard. I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen those pictures. The world now makes sense.
Yeah, when he gets tired. But it's mostly
What have been your favorite moments of the year, Assistant One and Bert?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Everything. I mean, it's all just been like a crazy learning experience. Calling Uncle Horse once a week and asking a slew of questions about what things mean.
Did you end up doing Shifi, by the way?
Which has been great.
Was that helpful?
Yes,
like for some of those things, those pieces that you might have been missing?
Absolutely. I was honestly impressed with just how much I learned from being on the network, right? You learn a lot by just trying things. I think that is something that Bert has said in the past of like, just try things, do it, cautiously, but just play around with stuff and you learn a lot.
I think that's how I approach even my class. But even because that's my personal learning style, is I can learn something, but until I do it, it doesn't click. With a lot of things, even in crypto, when there's a new EIP or FIP or whatever, and people talk about it, and I'm like, okay, sounds great. I don't know what this means until I see it in action. So for me, I highly recommend that. And that's why I always try to make sure we have a little bit of Ethereum to give the students, let them actually play around, actually swap tokens, do things, because if you don't, you really don't get it. You really can't learn it. So take those small, easy to fail kind of things, tiny amounts, but play around, because otherwise you're not going to figure it out. Yeah.
Yep. Ask questions from a trusted source.
I think there's been some good learning by doing over the past year.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I got a call. Hey, I launched a token, a Plankton token. What do I need to do now? Or hey, I built I vibe coded a mini app. How do we deploy it? So,
that crazy token.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Well, the first one was the retake one that I didn't even notice we really did until people were buying it. And that was fine. But then the Clankton, that was a last minute decision.
I think it's a rite of Farcaster passage. So here we are.
You gotta clank something by accident.
And Uncle Horse didn't answer the phone. And so then he called me back immediately.
Yeah, sometimes you just find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just find out. Oh, what happened? What did you do now? Hey, it worked out. It's all worked out. It's been great.
It's in April.
Oh, that's funny. Amazing. Okay, so what if you have any questions for the assistant, for Bert, for Horse Facts, drop them in the chat. Brad, I'm sure you have questions. Throw them in there. Pups on pups. That's funny. Pups on pups on pups. Yeah, Mookie's like he's tired of his I can tell he's ready to go, but I'm gonna try and get him to chill for a minute. So in terms of like the Clanker aspect of it, I want to just jump back to that because you said something and then we kind of diverted. Bringing Clanker onto Farcaster was like a tough, like a bigger lift, I think, than people realize. So in terms of like what you had to do with smart contracts and all that kind of stuff. So how did that all go? What surprised you? What did you learn from like bringing Clanker on board?
Yeah, I think it went really well. There's a lot of work behind the scenes. We did the big token burn and taking over sort of operational control of a protocol that's actively running. There's just a lot of things to think about there in terms of getting an understanding of the system and taking over operations and all that. And that went really well. I was really proud of the way that went. I mean, a few people commented afterwards, "Hey, it didn't leak. Nothing happened in advance," and I was very, very proud of that. That was well done and well executed.
That was shocking, actually. How many people, you guys kept it really tight because we didn't know. And we were like sponsored by Clanker, and we had no idea like it was coming. I was shocked.
Yeah, we had some engineering work as well involved in giving back fees, ownership over those fees back to projects, which was one of the first things we did, and then in operationalizing some of the Clanker buys. So those are the two other things that I think shortly after that we put some engineering effort into, and then right now we're thinking about we've shared, I think we've been doing some work in the open, thinking about what's coming next for the next iteration of Clanker and what we can add both to V4 as it exists today, and then to what might be coming for V5. So giving some thinking about that, which is where we're going to be focusing when we return next week in the new year. So
great. Yeah, that's actually another question. What are you looking forward to for 2026? Like what that you can share. I know that I'm sure there's things that like you can't share yet, but Dan's talked a little bit about the priorities for
less than you might think. I think we're pretty open about what we're thinking about and where we're going. So yeah, there aren't too many big secrets in in Farcaster. It's pretty open. Yeah, excited about continued work with Clanker. I think we have two good ideas on new models for better, broader, fairer distribution of tokens. So excited to do that. I'm personally excited to get my hands back on smart contracts and work on some of that. That's something that I really enjoy. It's exciting to see base app launch, see that go live, and see the growth of the network that's come from that. And we're kind of we found our way into a world where we have not just base, but we have Zapper that has launched and is building. Uno is out there and growing. Cura. So we actually are in a
are you trying all
quite
these
diverse client ecosystem?
Are you trying all the different different clients?
Yeah, I do. As soon as someone invites me, I'm happy to. Yeah.
Have you tried Sofa yet?
I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, need to get in there too. So yeah,
I think Assistant 1. I think you'll like Sofa a lot. Like it's a little more deeper dives too. But you will too. I think Horsex.
Oh, Chris,
yeah.
So yes.
You should jump on there.
But
yeah.
I'm using which I really been. So
yeah. The confluence of a lot of tooling for building apps. Whether it's a mini app, whether it's a full scale client, whether it's something. Even in some cases smart contracts or other things in crypto, like the confluence of tooling right now is really exciting to me too, where we have I've seen people over this break just getting into Claude Code and other AI assisted tools. You were using the Nanar app builder just on Farcaster recently, which is really impressive. And so
did you create a mini app?
I did. Bert made a mini app
coming soon.
It's coming soon. We're just waiting for a feature to launch at the end of January through Nanar, so that I can do it fully through Nanar.
Oh, cool.
We've actually
they're going to be launching. It sounds like they're launching a few things in the new year that will improve it. Because one of the things like I was asking about was, okay, well, I don't want Die Hard the game to be my only thing. Forever, like this is more of a starter one. Now what?
That was a Nanar app, right?
Yeah. So we ran into the same thing where we started making a second one and realized that it would overwrite the first one.
Okay, I think somebody wants to get down, so I'm going to let him go. Hold on. So say goodbye to my co-host Mookie. Say goodbye to the people.
Good.
Say Say bye-bye. Okay, I'm putting you down. I'm putting you down. Hold on. Hold on. You're going to get hurt. Okay. Goodbye, Shark King. Yeah. So I think that I think the Nanar mini app studio is amazing, and like it's gonna allow for those of us who might be creative but not as technical to do some really cool stuff. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I had tried previously using Pod, importing the docs and everything, and I got nowhere near as far.
Yeah. Same
yeah,
exactly.
I went through vibe coding boot camp.
I walked through with Linda. I did a walk and I got close, but it was still too complicated. So this like takes a lot of that the end part complication out of the way, which is nice.
Absolutely. And I joke that he got all of the computer intelligence. So if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Exactly. I mean, same for me. Like if I can do this, anyone can do this. So if I can launch this little game, but now it's like, okay, but now I want to do other things, and now I have other ideas, and so it's like, let me in there. I've got things I want to do, so it's fun.
Yeah,
and I
think it's super
exciting. Yeah,
me too. Yeah, like a lot of the promise of Farcaster is being a programmable substrate and a programmable social network, but it hasn't always been accessible to people who want to everyday users who want to build things on top of this, and so having this become much more accessible in this way is really, really cool to see. The time from having an interesting idea to being able to launch that and get that in front of people, reduced, and the barrier to entry that takes to do that, seeing that reduced is really exciting.
Yeah, I think
I hope those tools only get better and better.
And I think it will. I think I'm excited, and I think that there's still some things that are a little rough around the edges, kind of stuff, or I had to keep waking up the app, things like that. So hopefully, they'll get some of that smoothed out. We've got a Bert treat count. Only 3?
I think it's 3.
I think it's more than 3. Mookie went through I had put some in a bag to keep close, and he went through most of them. And then I finally had to let him go. He said he's being so good. He is very well trained. I will say that. Very well trained.
Mine is being on the internet.
Yeah, he is very well trained. I've seen some great. I'm like, wow, we did not do enough schooling with hers. Clearly, he is not nearly as good. Same breed, not even close to as well trained. Oh, I love this. Anything that frees you from having to deal with database stuff is good. Yep, that too. That too. So what else are you looking forward to in 2026? What else can we be on the lookout for that you're excited about?
Yeah, let's see. Beyond Clinker, beyond the app. Yeah, I mean, it's excited about, excited to see more clients and excited to see where it goes with growth of the network, right? And
Dan has mentioned prediction markets as well.
We're working on that. Yeah.
Something. Is this going to be something is this like incorporating existing markets or doing something new? Do we know yet?
I think we'll be using existing services, looking at a few different prediction markets that are out there.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that could be cool. That's a very social, right? Like in a way, I think prediction markets are more social in some ways. Maybe the meme coins are or trading in some aspects. So they could be a good fit for the kind of discussion and news cycle, and throw those into the feed. So yeah.
It pairs very well with a trending feed. Just saying.
Sure.
Just saying.
Yeah.
It really pairs well with that.
Okay.
Somebody just said in the chat, "Hey, horse facts, man, how do you feel about the cult formed after you, Animal Plus Facts?"
Animal facts, I love it. Yeah, how many do we have now? I know we have llama facts, crab facts,
cat facts is in the audience. Cat facts is here with us today.
Yeah. I just asked that everyone does come up with at least 3 facts, because I have 3. No, usually no more than 3 actual facts. If you ask me for more than that, I start to run out and just make them up. But
What did On do?
Yeah.
Justin just added one too. What the heck is he? I forget now. He changed to something facts. What was it?
There's a dog facts.
Is there? Yeah, he's something else though.
Yeah.
What the heck was it? Now I forget. He just did it too. And yeah, like I've thought about it. Believe me, I'm like, I have an idea for my alts.
The unicorn
facts. Should I ever need one? Yeah, I'll be unicorn facts. Yeah, there's a unicorn facts. Oh, Justin changed it. I think.
Unicorn facts. There's a unicorn untruths.
Oh, that's right. It's unicorn untruths. You're right. I forgot.
May not be in the family.
Yeah, it's somebody in the room, perchance, who might be close by.
That's in the whole family tree this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what in this house we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Of course, the whole family is on Farcaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Crab facts.
Crab facts. That's right. Yeah.
Crab facts is Justin. Yes.
There's got to be interesting facts
there
about crab. Interesting animals. Everything.
Yes.
Everything becomes a crab, right?
Yeah. Crab facts. Yes. Thank you. I was looking it up, Mikado, and then I realized that I probably could I looked up and there it was in the chat. Yes, we've got a lot of facts going on. I think it's amusing. I think at one point, some point everyone will eventually pick their animal facts.
Yeah.
I feel like something will come of this at some point in time. All right, Bertwurst and Assistant 1. What are we looking for? So you're gonna have a mini app that's coming out in 2026.
Yeah, I think first we're moving. That's
right.
Gonna be you might hear less from us for a couple weeks.
I thought you already moved. You didn't move yet.
No.
Oh,
we
okay.
Didn't. We had some work to do on it. That Uncle Horse is gonna come see it today and hopefully move.
That's why Bert said they're gonna put. He's like, I like it just as it is because he can run around. Yeah, I get it.
Loves it because it's just a big Sumi palace, and it's right next to his dog uncle here.
Neighbors. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, they immediately
Uncle Horse. Have you met Uncle Pierre?
I have. Yeah.
Have we had this meeting? Did we have a photo op of that? I think we need a photo of that. Uncle.
Maybe we'll get some this afternoon.
Unc meets Unc. I feel like that could do some numbers. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. In the neighborhood, they call Bert and Pierre Humpy and Jumpy.
Okay.
Bert is not Humpy.
I figured who was Jumpy. Yeah. I figured who was Jumpy. That's funny.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's hilarious. Okay, and then mini app will come out sometime in January. This is exciting.
Sometimes. Someone, I don't remember who said, maybe it was Colfax, said, release it. It'll never be perfect. That's hard for me. But yeah, we'll get it out.
That was very tough for me because I knew it was not ready. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just putting it out there anyway. Like, it's fine. It's good enough. I know there's things that are wrong, but it wasn't. I think that's one problem with the AI too. If you're a dev, you're just going to prompt better because you know what needs to be fixed. Or even if you have some tech experience, if you're not, sometimes it's very hard to communicate in a prompt, like what you want fixed and how. Like sometimes it gets fixed and just not in the way you want it. It's like, no, that's not what I meant.
That happened when in the previous iteration, I was following Kashra on, his guides on YouTube and his advice in DMs, but you would watch one of his streams and he just knows what's wrong with it, where I don't know what's wrong with it. It just doesn't work.
Right. Right.
So there's a learning curve, but they are definitely up the game.
Yeah, it definitely gets you to a better place for sure than anything else I've tried. So that's been amazing. So I'm excited to see what you came up with. But I get it. Like I've had so many things where I've gotten them to like an okay place and I'm like, nah, I'm not dropping this yet. It's not ready. It's not ready. And then sometimes it never and sometimes it never happens. And I know that's the problem. Like you don't want to not do it, but at the same rate, you want it to be like you want it to be your vision. And sometimes it's just hard to get there. So I get it.
There was another one that we worked on that then someone else released basically the exact same thing while we were like pretty much done with it. And theirs was better. So
yeah, that happens. Like you're like, oh, I'm not dropping this thing. Like, that was way better. That's a way better idea than I had. That's funny. And anything else that you have like geared up for 2026 that you're excited about or looking forward to? Are you coming to FarCon? Either of you?
I am.
Coming to Rome?
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I don't know if Bert's gonna make it, but we'll see if if one of the assistants can.
Assistant one might be there. Great.
Yeah.
Great. We'll have more from GM Farcaster. We're talking with the FarCon Rome team. We've been figuring some things out, so more info coming probably next week about what we're doing. So yeah, excited. Never been to Italy, so this is going to be
cool. Yeah,
a big trip for me. So Mookie, you're not coming. He doesn't care.
Bert will come to FarCon when it's in California.
When it's in Arizona.
All right, there you go.
I've recommended it be there. So I was up for at one point. I remember talking with Ted after last year's FarCon, or maybe it was the year before or something, about Scottsdale being a great location.
There we go. Yeah.
True.
So yeah. So we did talk about that, but things changed. Yeah, that would have been great. So yeah, I'm down for that. Great spas there. All right. Anything else that we didn't touch on that you want to touch on before we wrap here? I don't have Adrian to do all my I may have to do a few lightning rounds, but before we get to that, what did we miss? I'm just glad Bert's here. Like, I'm so glad that Bert's on the timeline. Makes me happy. Like, and I think it just brings a lot of joy to a lot of different people who just enjoy seeing him on the timeline. I love your quick wit, both of you. So thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom Facts.
Yeah.
For that, I'm sure, or maybe it's Dad Facts. I don't know, but one of them are responsible for the humor, and I appreciate it.
It's something that I think we found in adulthood that we're 4.5 years apart, so we were never at school together. We were never, that close, but we find a lot more similarities between us.
Yeah, I definitely. There's the humor and wit, and wit is different. Like, wit is intelligent humor to me, so it's a little different. You have both of those things going at all times, and you see it not only in your cast but in your replies. And I think a lot of people miss some of those. And sometimes there have been times when I've been seriously laughing out loud of like just funny little quips that just kill me. So I appreciate you.
It's part of why people like text-based social media too. It's kind of a dying form, a dying medium.
It's fun. Yeah, but yeah, and it's quick fun. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't have to. Spend 29 minutes watching a whole video. Just kidding. As I'm encouraging text media as I do video media. But it's true. Like, I just find it really enjoyable. So if you are for some reason here and you are not following Bertwurst or Horse Facts on all the things, you need to be right now. So make sure you're following them. I do have one more question for Horse Facts. I forgot to ask you this before. You've been now streaming like a lot more towards the end of 2025. How are you? Are you enjoying that, or does it feel like, what have you learned from doing that? I guess is the question.
We did a lot of that in the earlier, I'd say in the early half of the year when we were encouraging people to build mini apps and sharing some of that. I picked up a lot of that with Linda.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot from it. I think I got more comfortable being on stream. I learned a lot about simply managing. I'm sure you you empathize with this, but like, you have 9 or 6 different control panels that you need to manage all at once while you stay on the stream and you watch the chat and you're doing a live demo. That's actually really impressive. I'm impressed with people who are able to manage that. That was always, one of the challenging things for me. And it's a lot of work. I learned that. I've actually, toned it down since we've been working on some other things and haven't been doing that as much. But Linda has picked it up, and Linda has continued on and has been doing a lot in public with builders and
I've really appreciated some of her like educational, like the stuff you've been doing with Clanker lately. The one-on-ones I think are super, super helpful. And I'm really glad to see that, because I think that kind of thing is really needed. So I'd love to see more of that, with mini apps, with whatever, as we move into the new year, like more Clanker stuff, but also like the other things as well. Really helpful.
The other thing I learned though is also don't take it too seriously, right? Like once you get over, that sufficient, it felt very, very daunting at first with picking up all the tooling and, doing all the planning in advance, but also just throw it out there and you'll pick it up as you go. I was, happy to.
Gary Tan. Do you remember that because Adrian and I talk about this all the time in the AMA very early on. Gary Tan forgot that he had a Farcaster account, but he does. Right. But early on, when he did an AMA, one of the things somebody asked him, I can't remember the question, but I remember the answer, was talking about consistency and just doing the shitty version of whatever it is you're doing, but doing it like continuing to iterate on that and improve. But putting it out in the world. And I also, like, we always talk about this too with Brian Armstrong, action produces information. And he always says that. And I think that is very true, especially with things like this, where you don't know until you just do it a million times. Like that's how you get better. Like there's no other way to get better. So you just have to keep doing it.
100%. And it applies to this. It applies to building mini apps. It applies to, other products, everything in life. So yeah.
Yeah, like I know that my next mini app will be much easier to build. Much easier to build because I, learned so much doing it the first time. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the new tools that are coming. I'm excited for it to get a little bit easier. I'm also excited for like other people to find that magic of like, oh, I can make something, because I think that is magical, especially when you can see it so quickly on Farcaster. And if you don't know this already, like Farcaster's an incredible place to launch something, because you have these built-in early adopters who are just, eager to try things. And that's really special. It's pretty amazing. So I'm excited for 2026. It's going to be fun, Bert. Bert, you're adorable. You make my day every day. Just know that like we just love you. We love you so much. And when I said it brings lots of joy, Brad agreed. We know Mama Q is a big Bert fan as well.
Shout out Mama Q.
Shout out Mama Q. Shout out Brad Q. And we'll see you in 2026. So GM Farcaster is coming back on January 1st. Adrian will be back here. And then she's like gone for another couple days to ski. Bert and Uncle Horse. There's the shot.
There we go.
Bert and Uncle Horse. I have a feeling that might have to be the cover. Or it's definitely going to be. Clip that. I can tell my AI now to clip that, and it will clip it.
Perfect.
Like clip of that. That was amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. This has been a blast. Loved it. Bert, we know we gotta let you go. You lasted way longer than Mookie, and again, that just speaks to his training. But thanks everybody for being here. We'll be back on Thursday this week for a New Year's edition. We'll talk about last year. We'll talk about what we've missed over the past couple of weeks, and what's going to happen next year, and all that fun stuff. So we'll see you guys then.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Happy New Year.
Thanks for taking the time. This has been so much
of course.
fun. This has been lots of joy. We'll see you later. Bye-bye,
Thanks,
everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.